So for section 4, we will look into the end-to-end requirements process, right? So this is where we talk about communication between business and IT, right? For a communication to work, it needs to have two parties. So as you can see in here, IT, right? The guy with the glasses is talking about binary, okay, 1010, but whereas business is talking about money, right? So how can we make the two of them align? So many of the time, business and IT is not talking the same language, right? So we hope that they can be aligned. So many of the time, you will see that during a course, we don't see only IT people, but we also see business unit to come together to define the requirement so that they can speak the same language. But what is the problem here, right? Many of the time, business user cannot articulate what they want. Okay, I can see all the IT is nodding their head, right? But also, at one point, business was saying that, okay, you are the expert, right? You tell us what we need to do, right? On the other hand, IT will say that, you must give me your requirement. If not, how do I know what you want, right? At the end of the day. So this is how the business articulate, and what is being perceived might be something different, right? So in this example, we have a swing, right? This is what the business articulate, and this is what the IT think. So at the end of the day, how business explain it is different, right? Or how the customer explain it. This is how it's being explained. Okay. When we capture the requirement, okay, this is how being captured. And when the system analyst design it, this is how it is. Project leader seems to have a different idea. Okay. So this is what the customer explain it, or what the business explain. The project is never documented properly, right? And how the programmer write it is different. Perhaps the programmer is being outsourced, right? They have a different understanding. And when the system is deployed, this is how it looked like. So this is how it's being explained. And at the end of the day, you know, things keep changing, right? So the bill become high, and the system has no support, no proper documentation, but actually at the end of the day, what the customer really need is a swing like this. So it is important for two parties, and not only the one who actually explain and the one who capture the requirement need to know how to do it correctly, but also everyone who involved in the entire process and the life cycle of the software development, right? Be it the business, the project manager, the developer, the DBA, the tester, all need to speak the same language. Okay, so in this section, we look at how that can be done. Okay, so that there is an end-to-end flow from requirement capturing to design, to implementation, testing, and deployment. So they all speak the same language. In here, we look at the use case for UML to make it consistent, right? Okay, so at the end of the day, if there is something that is amiss, we should be able to trace from the requirements to the design to the code. Okay, what is the problem? Because at the end of the day, as you can see, if the requirement is not captured correctly, the mistake will flow below, and it's more difficult and more costly to rectify. So if you have captured your requirement correctly upfront, it will save a lot of cost and effort, right, to be done. So in this section, we also look at requirement pattern, right? So if somebody new join your departments to say that they want to learn how to define the requirement, is there a better way to do? So we have something called the requirement pattern as well. Pattern is something that you do over the time, and then you will learn about it. So it's good to know about what are the requirement patterns so that it can become a checklist when someone new to go down to capture the requirements. Or maybe this pattern should be recorded, right, as we go on, so that it will save time and reduce costs.